The Cavs coach, Tyronn. Ty, 3 nights ago, you guys got blown out in Oakland. You come back, you take care of business last night. What did you do in that time to try and remind you guys what they're all about?
Well, just try to, the main thing was getting back to who we are. Defensively, we had to be better. And offensively, before we left in 2016, we averaged 23 assists a game. And then on that road trip, we only averaged 16. So I thought we did a poor job of just sharing the basketball and making the right play and the extra pass. So we wanted to show those guys that on film yesterday and the day before. And then also getting some practice under our belt with, with Kyle Korver and get him acclimated to what we want to do. So last night having 29 assists and really making a conscious effort of moving the basketball and making the extra pass.
So that brings your record now to 30-11, which is kind of interesting because that's the exact same record you had at this point last year. How is this team different than that one a year ago?
Well, I think, last year, I think for us to go to the finals the year before and not having Kevin and Kyrie, and then coming back, last year and having a healthy team with Kevin, Kyrie, and LeBron, at the center of attention. And, those guys making every play for our team and taking on the onus of being the leaders of this team. And I thought last year when we got to the playoffs, we really clicked, winning our first 10 games and our confidence kicked in and, we had a swag about us and a toughness about us. And when we won those first 10 games, we knew it wouldn't be no denying us. And then we got to the finals, we was down 3-1, and we still had that confidence, and we didn't give up, and our confidence never wavered, and we was able to come out and pull out something that's never been done before.
So how does the personality of this team, you talk about swag, you talk about toughness, how does the personality of this team match up to what was going on last year?
Well, I think this year we started off great. I thought we were really defensively we were really good. I thought offensively we were really good. And then we suffered some injuries. JR was in and out of the lineup. Kyrie, was in and out of the lineup. And also Kevin, who's been hurt in and out of the lineup. So once we had that good rhythm to start and we had that swag about us, that championship swag, I think, with guys being out of the rotation and not playing every single night, kind of hurt our rhythm a little bit. So now we have to get that back.
A year ago Sunday, you were named the head coach of this team. Can you put into words what this year has been like for you personally?
Well, this year, everything's kind of slowed down for me. Last year, just trying to do everything on the fly and not having a lot of time to prepare and put your sets in and things you want to do defensively and offensively, and not having a lot of practice time when you take over midway through the season. So this year, I think being on the sideline and the game has slowed down for me. I could see both ends, offense and defense. Well, last year I was more focused on offense because, we were just trying to make sure we had ball moving, not getting stagnant, not playing a lot of one-on-one basketball. So this year the game has slowed down for me completely. I can see both ends. I can make adjustments on the defensive end. So the game has slowed down, and now I'm able to really run on the sidelines and know what I'm doing.
You took over from David Blatt last year. Do you guys stay in touch?
Yeah, I talked to him a couple of times, and now he has a new job over in Turkey. But when I first took over, he was really a big supporter, really stood behind me, and it was great to see. And I talked to him from time to time and check on him. And also, we had a chance to offer him a championship ring because he was a big part of what we did here in Cleveland.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Ty, what was it like for him watching the team that he started the season with go on to win the NBA title without him?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but it had to be tough. Something he came here to Cleveland, left from overseas to come here, and he invested a lot of time in his team. And not having a full team, that first finals we went to was not fair to him. So I know coming back with a full team and a healthy team, I know he would like to see, what he could have done with this team. But, we still respect him around here, and he understands that, and that's why we offered him a championship ring also. David
Blatt still coaching over there in Turkey. Tomorrow night, you guys get the Spurs on ABC. When you look at the tape of this Spurs team, no matter who the personnel is, what jumps out to you?
Well, the first thing that jumps out to me is, Pop, who's a great coach and, who all young coaches like myself strive to be like. Him and Doc are two people I really look up to in the coaching game, along with Phil Jackson. And have a chance to, stand next to Pop on the sideline is a big thing for me. And last year, I think it might have been my second game after taking over, having a chance to stand across from Pop and coach against him, which was, like a dream come true. The second thing is, Kawhi Leonard, who is, one of the best players in our league. And, he does it on both ends, offensively and defensively. And every year he's improving his game. And we know they have a great system. They play the right way. They share the basketball. So we know we have a tough challenge ahead of us, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, last night now LeBron reiterated in his mind Greg Popovich is the greatest coach of all time. What was your reaction when you heard that?
I mean, well, he's definitely up there. You have Phil Jackson, you have Red, Auerbach, you have Popovich. And, when you have a chance to win 5 championships and do the things he's done with their organization, I mean, it's unbelievable. And everyone now, you strive to get your team to play like Pop's teams, to share the basketball, play the right way, push and play with pace, defensively be great, and then also, be accountable. And that's what Pop does, from 1 through 15. I seen him get on Tim Duncan. I saw him get on Tony Parker, Ginobili. And when you hold your top guys accountable like he does, then everyone else kind of falls in line.
You coached the East in the All-Star game last year. I know because of the rules, you can't do 2 years in a row. It's kind of playground ball in this All-Star game. What does an All-Star coach do? What's your most important job?
I don't know. It was tough. It was my first time, being a head coach in the All-Star game. I had a chance to experience with Doc, in Boston one time. But I mean, it was just, for me, it was just like a dream come true. Never being an All-Star as a player, but being in that situation, being surrounded by a lot of great players, and everyone's happy to be there, and the cream of the crop. So for me, it was just, a great and a blessing for me to even be there and be a part of it.
Hey, the newsworthy item yesterday, Ty, we found out that Russell Westbrook not starting for the West squad. What was your reaction when you heard that?
I thought it was unbelievable. For a guy averaging a triple-double and carrying a team where you lose one of the top 3-4 players in the NBA, you lose off your team and you continue to, be in the playoff race and continue to play well. And Russell Westbrook has everything to do with that. So to see him not make it as a starter was, kind of mind-boggling to me, as well as not Kevin Love, who on our team is the only player in the East averaging 20 points and 10 rebounds. And for him not to be a starter was tough for us. But we know he'll be a backup in the reserve, though. I
got one more for you, Ty. You have perhaps the most famous Dallas Cowboys fan in the world on your roster. How did LeBron take that game against the Packers last Sunday?
He took it hard. All Cowboy fans did. And, they're America's team. And, everyone talks so highly about the Cowboys. And he took it tough, along with J.R. Smith. And I know I have a lot of friends back home, Damon Long and those guys are really big Cowboy fans. So they've been talking stuff all the way up, the whole season about how great they were. And, to lose after the bye week, was tough for them. But, that's the way the game goes. You can't win every year. And all you can do is just give your best, compete at a high level. And once you do that, you can live with the results.
Okay, there you go. Even LeBron feels it a little bit when the Cowboys lose. Ty Lue joining us. Spurs, Cavs tomorrow on ABC. Carrie Champion wants to say hello, Ty.
How are you, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Okay, so you hear David asking you about the Cowboys. What he didn't tell you, what my co-anchor didn't tell you, is that he, too, is a Cowboy fan. So I need to know who's your team. Are you a Cowboy fan?
I'm a Rams fan. No, I'm a Rams fan.
Really?
I was the St. Louis Cardinals. They moved to Arizona. Then they brought the L.A. Rams to St. Louis. So I was a Rams fan, and then they took them from me this year. So I'm still a Rams fan.
Oh, but I know you spent some time in the offseason in L.A., so it's kind of like we're all back home again. As I am a Rams fan now too. I'm jumping on the bandwagon off the Cowboys back to the Rams, David.
It's hard to keep up, Kerry. It is very hard to keep up.
It was tough. It was tough for me though because they was in St. Louis. I'm from Missouri, so to have a chance to cheer for the home team, and then they went to L.A. So now I'm still a Rams fan, and had a chance to go to one of the preseason games this year. So I mean, it's good.
Are you happy about the new head coach?
I can't hear you.
I said, are you happy about the new head coach?
Yeah, I mean, you never want to see anyone let go, and I like, Coach Fisher. I love his demeanor on the sideline. I love what he brought to our team. Just unfortunate right now that we have a young team, and we're just trying to build and get better. So not Coach Fisher's fault, which he's done a great job, but I am happy with the hire.
All right, that's good. It's good to have you. We wish you the best of luck this season. David, so LeBron took the loss. This is what I took away from that entire interview. LeBron took the loss that the Cowboys got just as hard as you did, and so we must move on. That's all I got from that entire interview.
Keep moving on. Keep moving on. Thank you, Ty.
Thank you.